Hey guys, welcome back to my channel on RealZenomorph.com. Today a mind-blowing piece, an incredible piece of art really. This is the Queen Studios T-800 life-size bust from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And guys, I have never received such an incredible recreation of a movie character. It's really, without a doubt, since a long time, something that really was breathtaking. So before we get lost in all the details of this life-size bust, I want to give you some quick information how to acquire this and some background information on the company. So Queen Studios was founded in 2018. It seems they're like a bunch of collectors that stepped into the custom manufacturing process of delivering high quality busts or collectibles. Right now lots of these products are busts, but not all of them. And huge publicity they gained in 2018 when releasing the promo shots of the T-800 and the companion piece, which is the T-1000. Of course, you also get a certificate of authenticity. As you can see, I've got number 58 and you have two signatures of the CEO and the art director. So Queen Studios is based on China mainland, and it seems they also ship everything directly from there, but they're using like a reseller network. And I bought my piece not directly with Queen Studios, but with a company called Glorious Toys Enterprise. You can do a Facebook search on them. It's called QS Distribution for Queen Studios Distribution, Glorious Toys Enterprise. And they're basically managing the whole shipping directly to your home. As you can imagine, a life-size bust is about 20 kilograms, so the box was huge. I did not care to show you the box, it's just a plain and simple box with an Arnie print on it, but it's all nicely stored. So unboxing this bad boy is really an entertaining thing. After the art box you will find a huge foam packaging, which is wrapped with two belts. You unclip the belts and then you can open the foam box, and in the foam box you will find on the upper half the life-size bust, and on the lower half you'll find the base that you can see here. Also inside the foam box you'll find some black gloves, and you find an instruction booklet, and you also find something really handy, which is this cool thing here. This is a Queen Studios brush, and this is really handy when you want to remove hair that is basically sticking to the silicone skin. I will show you this afterwards. So I would say go from bottom to the top. Let's start first with the base. You can already tell that the base is really underwhelming compared to the rest of the bust. I'm not sure how good the camera can pick this up, but it's a really rough paint application. It's just simple dry brushing with silver, maybe a bit of gunmetal, but that's about it. What really bothers me though is this letter spacing here. It just doesn't look like one word. It's not like Terminator, it's like Terminator, and that's somehow not cool. Also the overall quality of the letter sculpting not that great. Also the line here has kind of a dent, and overall I'm not too happy with the front part. It gets better here on the sides when you have these pipes going on. That looks quite okay, but yeah, I'm just not feeling it compared to the rest of the piece. On the back side you have some more pipes going on, and there on the top right you have the LED switch, and right next to it is the AC adapter, well, the cord which goes to the wall plug. Then we move up to the torso area. Let's have first a quick view on the fabrics that they use. So we have of course the leather jacket, which is tucked together on the back side. It's really a high quality feel of leather. If I zoom in a bit, you will see the structure. It's pretty cool. And then of course you have a bit of dirt going on. It's really more on the cleaner side though. And here on the sides you have a zipper which actually works. And then of course you have some battle damage. So for battle damage, of course, you will see these bullet holes here in the leather jacket, but the main focus and attention goes to the unpleasant area in the center here, which looks really gory, wet, and underneath you will see the endoskeleton. So there was a huge discussion in the prototype phase of this piece, what kind of paint application this part will receive. It was never chrome, so what they did here is kind of a dull or aged steel, I would say. It's not like a pure steel paint application, it's more like it has kind of a green tint or green golden tint to it, but as you can see here, there are some reflections. So there you will see the finger. I kind of like it. Of course chrome would have been nice, but for me it works the way it is. What really excels here is the combination of the hard plastic parts together with the silicone skin. So this is now the first time you will see in focus the silicone skin, and look at this. This is totally squishy, wet, and looks really real, and it doesn't just look real, it feels real. And then of course you have the blood, dried out blood paint applications here and also on the bottom section there. And this combination of these materials really works on this piece and makes it for a totally unique experience. When we move up, you will see some more bullet holes on the upper chest area, and of course the gray shirt. There you see 3 holes, and it's kind of a unique experience because you can lower your finger into the hole, and it's kind of a natural feel somehow, and that makes up for a totally unique experience when interacting with this life-size bust. We're coming closer, guys. Soon we will see the portrait, but first look at these details on the neck area. This is crazy. So it's not just a dry skin, it's really like a sweaty skin, and you see also highlights on the veins. It has kind of a translucent feel to it. So this is really terrific. If you have never experienced silicone like myself on a bust, this is a totally unique experience. It's kind of a new entertainment now. Can't imagine how further products of Queen Studios will be if we already have the first 2 products that good. So a bit of explanation on the electrostatic effect on the silicone skin. It's explained in the manual. I wasn't really aware that the silicone skin is that sticky, but it has kind of an electrostatic effect, which means if there's dust or hair in the room, it will definitely catch your bust and the silicone skin on it. So there you will see a bit of hair. This is really sticky. You have almost no chance to move it away. You can move it on the skin, but you cannot detach it from the skin. So for that you can use the brush, and then it goes away a bit easier. And this is one thing I observed when unboxing the piece. It was kind of full of these little hairs, and you definitely have to brush it off with the brush that you got included in the box. So that's really important thing. I think maintenance and cleaning a silicone bust is really important. So definitely brush off your bust every other week. It's definitely something that they recommend, and maybe you find a good spot in your home which has a bit more or less dust problems, which makes it easier for you. So the mouth area is just perfection. The sculpt itself is totally Arnold 101, and have a look at the details and how they injected the hairs into the mouth area, for example here at the chin. This looks like real facial hair. I mean, it is real facial hair, but it's really somehow implanted or inserted. I have no clue how they do it, but it looks just terrific, unbelievable. So guys, are you ready for the nasty part? Let's go for it. So here on the right side of the face you have the totally shredded to pieces jawbone area, and this looks absolutely gory and nasty. They did some optimizations during the prototype to production process. For example, they applied some white paint application to the teeth back there, so they were originally silver, and I think they also did some optimizations for the pistons here. It's just an experience to see all these details and how the kind of hard plastic is connected into the silicone skin, because as you can see here, this is fully flexible. Also this part here, you can actually lift up the skin from the endoskeleton beneath. So when we go further up, you see the battle damage on the ear. It looks just nasty and creepy real, and if you touch it, look at this. This is total flexible material. Here on the hairline, let's have a bit of focus there. So there you see how the hairs are individually somehow punched in or implants planted in. I have no clue how they're doing this, but it's probably kind of a tedious job to punch all these hairs in so that it looks also natural enough. Then further up we have the huge hole on his right forehead, showing the endoskeleton beneath. Same paint application as below, so we have kind of a dull steel, and yeah, it's just not totally chrome. But also again here, the mixture and combination of the soft skin gory parts into the actual hard plastic parts is really well done. Then here a detailed look at the hairline on the top area. This must have been a tedious job, putting all these hairs in. And of course, generally looking, you could style the hair for yourself, but I think it's quite okay right out of the box. This front head area looks a bit different in terms of the battle damage compared to a movie look, but for me it's alright. It's really high quality application. Then here you have a good mixture of the eyebrow mixed together with hairs and soft skin, and then beneath the endoskeleton. And of course you have the huge endoskeleton area on the right eye, same paint application as above, and on the chest area you see kind of a reflection going on, but it's not chromy. So when we have a bit of close-up on the LED, I personally think that the sculpt on the LED could be a bit better. It's just a bit, yeah, it's just not clean enough, but the overall quality of the actual light up feature is definitely nice. If I dim down the lights here, so I think I will present the bust in a rather low light environment and probably play a bit with the LED light up feature, because of what you can see here now. I have one light activated on the left side of the bust. You see that the actual metallic paint application looks just a lot more realistic. It has a rather chromy and more shiny look than in a full bright light environment. Oh, and by the way, there's one cool little effect. I'm not sure if that was planned by McQueen Studios, but if you do not use the switch to deactivate the LED, but just remove the wall plug, see what happens. So the LED is actually dimming down. How cool is that? So you're probably wondering how big this bust compares to a human being. And this thing is to get myself in the picture now and have a quick face-off with my childhood hero. And here we go. Of course I have to kneel down a bit, but that's basically the dimensions. So in person this will blow you away. The sculpt and the size and dimensions of this piece, this is amazing. And now finally having a kind of recreation of Arnie in his best years in my collection, that's just amazing. Of course I need also to show the clean side of the face, so let's rotate this bust a bit and now have a look at the portrait likeness of Arnold. How crazy is this? So they actually placed in a glass eyeball, and when you look closely you will see eyelashes. That's totally off the hook. So when you play a bit with the lights, that's absolutely from another planet, man. Then judging the actual accuracy of the likeness and recreation of the portrait, I would say it's about 99%, if not a full flat 100. There might be some angles which look not as Arnie as some others, but especially here from the lower angles shooting upwards, this looks really like a perfect recreation. And then here the profile view, this looks also full on Arnie. Maybe you could tweak a bit the hairstyle. I know from the movie that he had a bit of more loosened hair, but I probably won't go that way. It's fine like it is. And as you can see here on the back side of the head, he has also a gaping hole showing the endoskeleton plate beneath. And this looks a bit plain painted, but yeah, I mean, it's really just the backside. But the overall mixture again of soft skin and the actual endoskeleton parts, this looks terrific. So before we go for the conclusion part, I will put in some music and rotate the bust and throw in some of the movie shots that you can do a comparison for yourself and judge your own rating. So let's wrap this video review up. Queen Studios delivered kind of a game changer product with this T-800, also the T-1000 and also the Loki and Hulk and all the other products. This is kind of a new competitor entering a market with high-end premium products, also introducing these kind of new materials to new customers like silicone and real hair, where normally these materials are used in the movie prop area. And looking at the movie props, you know that silicone and other more latex material or artificial materials, they don't age that well. So I'm a bit worried how this can develop in the upcoming years. I have no clue how this material will age and endure the next, I don't know, 10-20 years. I hope it will keep its form, I hope it will stay rather clean and nice, but it's really hard to tell. But yeah, as I said, it's a game-changing piece, not just for my own collection, but also for the market itself. And for that, that's definitely an achievement for Queen Studios. And then at the same time, you have a beautifully recreation of Arnold Schwarzenegger as T-800, perfect likeness from my opinion. So overall, the deal of $2,500 US, of course, you have to add shipping and taxes. For me, it's well worth it. Right now, it's definitely well worth it. Of course, it's definitely on the rather expensive side. But if you're a hardcore fan of the character or the movie, I think it will pay off. Alright, that's it for today. Enjoy a final shot of the T-800 and then see you soon on the tube. Bye bye guys.